Well, good afternoon. We're here with Skedaddle, looking at some baby bunnies we found in the yard. A customer of ours gave us a call and said, oh, I found some babies, and was really concerned about the babies because they have 3 dogs living in the house, so we don't want the dogs getting at the babies, and we're just gonna try and see what we can do about protecting them from the dogs, and maybe putting them in a spot that's a little more safe so that mom can find them and reunite everybody, keep everybody happy.
Father-in-law was doing some spring cleaning, and a couple of them bounced out of the hole.
It's important this time of year to check everything, especially your lawns. Rabbits love to actually burrow down into the ground a little bit, and they'll cover their nest with grass and leaves and things. So, you know, you're out there for spring cleaning and you're raking, you could easily find a nest. Depends on how many babies there are. They'll dig down enough to kind of secure them so that they're basically ground level, and then they'll put leaves and a lot of the fur from the mother. They'll just pack it on top. So a lot of times, you know, you're not even going to really notice it's there, especially if you have, you know, dogs and there's dog hair and stuff around the yard. They can be completely disguised. So it's good to get your rake out first and go slow and just kind of inspect everything, especially before you get the lawnmower out. Here's one of the little guys here. So they're just tiny little guys. And as you can see, yeah, there's 5 in there that I can see so far. They're going to start bouncing around once they get a little threatened. So you can see how they've just dug a little hole down in there, and then the mother will just pack over top of them with grass and a bit of her fur to completely camouflage the nest. So we'll just put them in the baby box for now until we can collect them all, and then we'll see about relocating the nest to a little bit of a safer place. I got a baby box out back, but for right now I just have my pockets. So they'll get some air and they'll be a little more protected in there until I can get the brothers and sisters together. So that's 3. So that's a baby in distress. Just a little calling for mom. It's okay, it's okay. Brandon here with Skedaddle, and I have a pocket full of rabbits. Just after Easter, of course. And one more. There's one more, a stray. I guess it got over into the neighbor's garage, so we're gonna go out and get that together, and then we can get them all back together and see what we can come up with. All right, gonna get into my greens. Now that there's only one baby left, I don't need the pockets. That, number 5.
Little baby.
Cute little guy. You actually never know what you're going to run into from an hourly basis. You're happy to get out of that garage, I'm sure. Let's get you back with your brothers and sisters, yeah? Yeah, the client here was just saying that it's awesome that we got all 5, and I just said, well, we wouldn't have left without putting them all back together, whether it takes an hour or all day. It's just kind of how we have to roll. Okay, bud. Let's go back in here. 5 babies together in the box. The babies are a lot younger than that, and they're not poking their heads up constantly out of the nest. This is generally what you're gonna see, even with a more burnt or dead grass there, and that's all that'll be noticed. So a lot of dog owners, they'll think, oh, well, that's just a patch of hair that's blowing there from my dogs, and they don't actually see that, you know, when you pick this up, you've got a tremendously large hole and a lot of nesting material in there for these babies to be snug and sound. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this nesting material out of here, and we're gonna add it to the nest inside the box, because their scent will attract their mom so that she knows where they are, so that she can get in there, give them a feed, and hopefully she can move them to somewhere a little safer than this with the dogs around. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the box, the baby box with the babies in it, fairly close to the nest, where it was, so that mom has an easier chance of finding them. We're going to keep it in the shade and out of the sun for the day, and the client has offered to plug the baby box in at night. It is going to cut down a little lower temperatures tonight, so we want to keep everybody safe and warm. Okay, we managed to get all 5 babies back in the box. Got all their nesting material in there to give her the scent that the babies are there. So in all, it's a happy ending. Again, just after Easter on a nice sunny day. Just another Skedaddle afternoon.